What's up, YouTube? It's Hector from Not Too Nerdy. Welcome back to my garage/yard sale video game pickups. Now, this could be a little bit different from what I normally do because I also have some trades I'm going to show you in this episode, but I'm going to save that for last. So let's start out with what I did. This Sunday is the day that I decided to go out. I was pretty busy Saturday, so I had to go out on Sunday. As we all know, it's Father's Day here in the U.S. on Sunday, so the problem with that is there wasn't too many garage sales. I only had like 3 or 4 on the list that I knew of, and I started driving around and stuff like that. But I stopped by this one place, and they said they didn't have any games or anything. So I actually, I went into a box that they said, check out these toys and stuff like that. Then I found DualShock 2. This, obviously for the PlayStation 2, and I needed another one, so I asked them how much they're asking for, and it's in perfect condition. It works great. Everything works. And they only asked for $1, so I gave it to them. That was perfect right there. So I'm like, all right, it's not that bad. I got something at least. I don't expect too much from this day or whatever. So then I started driving around, and I actually stumbled across another sale. I saw this one garage sale that had plenty of like kids' toys outside. So I'm like, all right, it looks like there's kids of all ages. So more than likely they'll have something, some sort of game system or something. And when I went there, I asked them if they had any video games or anything, and she said she sold everything. But then, I asked her, like, you sure you don't have any Nintendo or anything? And she's like, no. It's like, well, actually, we do have a console. We didn't give away the console. I'm like, oh, cool. What console do you have? And it turns out they had a PlayStation, original model. It's a 1001 model, so it's like the original model. And, so I checked it out, and it had some, like, marker stains on it. And, and I also opened it, and it had Test Drive 4 inside of it. So that game was in there, and I asked her how much is she looking for. She said like $10 is what she wanted for it. And I said, I was honest with her. I said, like, do you guarantee it works? I usually love asking that question because a lot of people, like when it's a yard sale or garage sale, they don't want to guarantee something works. And they really don't want to say, yes, it works, and then you come back and then you're going to have a dispute that you sold me something that doesn't work. So a lot of times you see them say, well, I'm not too sure if it works, and that's when you get them because you can actually negotiate a lower price. And I said, well, to be honest with you, I would spend only about like $5 because it's a huge risk for me to take it and it doesn't work. So I got this for $5. Now, I literally used Windex and, just a rag and wiped it. All the marker stains came off. Look how clean this PlayStation looks. This is amazing how clean this PlayStation looks. Okay, the back, everything. By the way, this is the difference between the first model and the second model. The second model got rid of this, and it only had this, which is the AV. And then the third model only had the AV, and it got rid of this part right here. So that's the thing. Each model for the PlayStation got rid of like some extra connection, but the original model had all the connections. But yeah, so it works perfectly, by the way. When I actually put it connected, I didn't hear any sound, and it turns out that the cord that they had, the cable cord, the AV cord that came with it, it had to be something with the sound or whatever, but I have plenty of these. I have like 8 of these lying around. This was a brand new one. I put this one in, and I heard sound, and I knew it was working. I was so excited that this PlayStation, the original one, and I cannot believe how clean it looks. It like literally looks like no one played it. Like literally no marks anywhere. It's perfectly clean. And I only got it for $5. Now, along with that, I got Toy Story 3 from her. There's no label or manual inside of it. But, she pretty much gave it to me with this as like a bundle set. I also got this Game Boy holder bag. And I checked every pocket. There's no games, unfortunately. I was hoping there'll be something. I also got this one, too, for a Nintendo DS holder. It's a leather bag that has... Oh, sorry, I held it upside down. It has Mario and Luigi on it, which is pretty cool. It's stitched in. This is actually going for, like about $16, between $16 to $30 on eBay, which is kind of funny. But, I don't know what I'm going to do with these stuff yet, because as I said, I don't really collect them. But, I'll find to give it to someone or sell it to someone, do something like that. But altogether, for everything, was only $9 there. So that was pretty damn cool. And after that, I started driving around for a while. And I realized that, there's nothing else. I couldn't find any garage sales or anything. And, you know, I was really bummed out. I'm like, all right, great. Well, this ended my whole day, like, really quickly. So then, as I was heading back towards, you know, where I live and stuff like that, I stumbled across, like, this huge area that I thought, like, okay, it looks like it sort of looked like a fair or something. I'm like, oh, it's probably just a fair or something. But then I saw, like, vacuums out there, and I'm like, wait a second, fairs don't usually have vacuums. Like, this looks like a flea market. So then I go there, and I get out, you know, I park, and I have to walk, like, 5 blocks. It's packed. And when I got there, huge flea market, and it's literally 4 minutes, 5 minutes away from where I live. And it turns out there's a flea market there every Sunday. It's been doing this for years. So there's a flea market every Sunday as soon as it hits spring, all the way till November. Unbelievable. I had no idea there's a flea market there. So I'm like, all right, there's definitely going to be video game vendors here. Maybe I could work with them. I'll find stuff. And there's plenty of video game vendors. Some of them, you know, were not too fair, but others, you know, you could work with. So, first game that I picked up from this video game vendor, I got Devil May Cry 2. Now this one's in great condition, you know, manual, everything's like perfect. So I only got this I worked them down to $1.50 on this. They wanted, I believe, $4, and I said, look, you know, let's be honest, it's not worth that much. I'll just get it for $1.50, and like she took it. So I mean, they just throw out prices out there for vendors sometimes. Sometimes they don't even know how much it's worth, because like literally they said this whole box worth $4, and there's a lot of games that it varies. Like maybe one you'll get a good deal, but like the rest, like $4, it's not worth $4. So, you know, that's why I talked her down to that, $1.50 for that. Let's just stack it over here. Then the next two I got together, and this lady literally said everything is $5 for all these older games. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like she had Xbox, PlayStation 2 games, all that stuff. Everything is $5. And I'm like, whatever. I'm going to see what they have first, and then I'm going to try to put them together, bundle what I want, and see if they'll drop the price. So I got Max Payne for the original Xbox, which, by the way, that's a nice company right there. Then I got Lord of the Rings, and this is for the PlayStation 2. Now, like I said, she wanted $5 each, so it would have been $10. I ended up giving her, for both of these, I ended up giving her $5. I'm like, look, let's negotiate. I'll give you $2.50 for each, and that's what I ended up paying, $2.50 for each. I'm not gonna sit there and like buy a game if it's gonna be $5 each, especially when they don't even know what they have. They're just saying the whole box is that much. When, let's be real, like a lot of people, the vendors and stuff like that, they get them, you know, at a big bundle. You know, I like some vendors. Some vendors, you know, like they really work with you. So if I could tell the ones that have no clue what the games are and they're just throwing a price on it. So those are ones that, you know, they're not really trying to work with you. But I was happy that she did, and, you know, because she lowered the price, you know, I'll definitely check her out more often. And like, even if she doesn't lower the price, sometimes like I'll give her the benefit of the doubt because I see that she at least worked with me now. So we could probably work with her in the future, because that's going to be my plan from now on. If I don't have a great, you know, garage sale or yard sale, I can now have something to fall back on every Sunday. So that's a great thing there. Now, the next place I went to, this person knew, like, what she was doing. She knew the prices for everything. She had a bunch of really good games, and she pretty much knew the prices of everything. And she, you know, I said, how much for these, you know, NES games? And I was thinking she'll give just a flat rate for every single one. She's like, oh, it varies for every single one. Like, she literally had a price for everything. Nothing was ranged. She just memorized the price. But first game I got was Star Force. Now, this game, you know, she wanted $5 for this one, and she also wanted $5 for this game again. Now, Super C, if you remember, I already picked that up, I believe, in the episode 1. This is the one of the games I picked up already. But I decided for the price, I'll pick it up. But, you know, of course, knowing me, like $5 isn't a horrible price for both, even though this one's not worth the $5, but this one is a good price for $5. I was able to negotiate to do $6 once again. So $3 for each of them, and she did that for me, which is really awesome. So I'll definitely go back to her. But yeah, so I got these for $3 each. Now this one I'm going to use for trade with someone. I think Beastly Gamer said he might want this. I don't know if he's going to get it or not, but if not, I'll use this for trade bait with someone. But yeah, so I'm pretty happy. I saw it for such a cheap price, I had to get it again, even though I just got it not too long ago. But yeah, so that's what I got over there. Alright, now, these over here are pretty clean, very clean copies, like mint copies. I don't know how this guy got this, but this other vendor, he had like a bunch of Super Nintendo games, and I was looking forward to finding like a bunch more Super Nintendo games I didn't have yet, and when I used to play when I was younger. The first one is Aladdin for Super Nintendo, as you can see right there. It's really good. The label and everything's perfect. It's nice and clean. Everything is like really good with this, so I was really happy with that. It works. I got Toy Story. Everything's clean. Like all these are nice and clean, perfectly clean, no scratches on it. The label's nice. We got Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, not the movie version, which is the better version, but this one's still not horrible, but obviously the movie ones are the one people look for the most. And I also got Batman Returns, as you see, perfect condition over there. Now, these games, he wanted $5 for each of them. Now, to be honest, for some of these $5 is not that bad, especially the condition they're in. But I try to work with them, and I tried every single trick in the book to lower the price, and he was just laughing. He rebutted everything I said, and it was just funny. Eventually, he got to the point where he's like, you know what? He's like, you remind me of me when I was younger. You're not that bad of a salesperson. He's like, you know what? I'll give it to you for less, because he wanted $5 for each of them, so that makes it $20. He actually gave it to me, all four of them, for $15. So pretty much I bought 3 and I got 1 for free, which for me that's not a bad deal for those games, especially for the condition that they're in. And I was looking for them, so I said, you know what? Like, I was actually happy with that. That was not too bad. $15 off. Actually, no, I paid $12. Sorry, not $15. I paid $12 for that, but $12 is not bad at all for those games. So I was really excited about that. Now we're going to get into the trades that I did. Now, there's a website called leaptrade.com. On this website, I'll explain it to you guys in a future video. But basically, you could trade games with other people just like you, and you get like trade credit when you trade them, and then you can use the credit to get more games. They're on the site and stuff like that. So the first game that I got, they're all NES games, by the way. So first game I got from there is a Demon Sword. So you see, nice label, everything's good right there. So I was really happy about that. And I was real shocked. For the most part, most of these were perfect condition. Like, the people that send it, since I really couldn't see the picture of what it actually looked like, I was kind of nervous. But then again, like, I believe on that website, I traded, like, NAC a long time ago. And I had, like, $70 credit a while ago for NAC when I first traded in. So I had plenty of credit on the site, so I was able to get a lot of these anyway. But, at the same time, I was worried that, is this going to be like good condition or whatever? But it turns out, for the most part, people kept it in good condition. Next one I got was RoboCop, which they actually gave me the manual, which is pretty sweet. So I was happy about that. But anyways, you can see RoboCop right there. And everything's good. Perfect condition. So I was really excited about that. Let's save this one for the end. Because these two are like the ones that are not that good condition, but I'm still happy I got it, but not good condition at all. So we got Tom and Jerry. So you can see, nice label, everything good condition. Rad Racer 2. I already have the first Rad Racer, so this was good that I got the second one in good condition. Classic Kung Fu. And these two now are not in good condition. So, but it's cool that I got it anyway. I have to see what I'm going to do with it, but I'll hold on to it until I get a better one. So 1942. And obviously it's just easier to get. The Turtles one, as you can see how it has like sun damage and the label's a little ripped. So this one I could definitely replace. In fact, I saw one at the one flea market. So I'm sure I'll find that eventually and replace that. That's real simple to get the Turtles one. I can't believe I didn't have it anymore. I thought I had it in my collection. I literally did not have it anymore. But that's pretty much it with that. Now, that is all I got this week. But as you can see, it was a good amount of games. I was very excited that I was able to go to the flea market. And plus, I had all the trades and stuff like that to show you guys. I was very excited about this week. But that's pretty much it for my pickups this week. Hopefully next week I'll have a better weekend. I'll probably go out on Saturday as opposed to Sunday this time. It won't be Father's Day. So hopefully everything will be a lot better. And yeah, so this is Hector from Not Too Nerdy. I'm out. See you, YouTube. Oh, wait. Actually, if you guys want to, if you see anything that you like here and there's, you have like any trade offers or anything, you could either private message me or, and let me know in the comments down below that you private message me. All right. So I just know to go check that just in case and we can make some trades and stuff like that. So just let me know. So this Hector from Not to Nerding, I'm out. See you, YouTube.